All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with GECE NASCAR. We're going to be out here for the Roval Rebellion 136. This is going to be the Charlotte Roval. These guys are going to go out here and show us what it takes to get it done. Super excited to be here tonight. Hopefully everybody enjoys it because it's going to be a caution-free race tonight. So we are looking forward to that. But honestly, with the truck series, it was really slick. Really hard to race, very competitive out there, so I'm interested to see how these guys are going to handle the heat on the track. But as always, in the booth, you got myself, Jamie G, and we always got Austin Swanson. How we doing, Austin?
Oh, excited. Charlotte, one of my favorite tracks, and the Roval, of course. I love my road course racing, so excited to be here. I know the drivers are excited to be here. We're going to have some fun tonight.
Yeah, well, there was a lot of controversy with the truck temps and, how we were going to do everything tonight. And we decided that we were not going to change anything. It's been a set standard for over a month now. We want to make sure that we hold that consistency and make it fair to the people that practiced all month. So this is where we're at, ladies and gentlemen. These guys are about to get on the track and start qualifying now. So let's go ahead and... looks like Dusty Haynes is already on the track, getting around there. But let's go ahead and bring up our tracker here. We can get rid of this race info. Doesn't look like anybody's actually qualified quite yet. That's all right. Here we go. Let's see.
Yeah, we are extending and running the full 10 minutes of qualifying tonight. Because of that, it is going to take our drivers a little bit longer to get around this track to qualify at full speed. So 10 minutes will do.
Well, in like I said before, these guys are just going to have to take their time. They're going to have to stay calm and make sure that they handle themselves. Because coming into the gas too early is going to get you in real big trouble here. And locking up those brakes is also going to get you in big trouble. So you want to make sure that you're holding out and, make sure that car's straight before you push that thing to the floor. Last night I noticed, man, I was sort of babying it around the track almost all night long. As we seen Dusty almost get loose right there coming out of one of those turns. Let's go ahead and switch it up and see who else we got on the track. Garrett Caswell out there ripping laps. Unsure if he was going to make the whole race tonight, but he is going to be here all night long. Looks like we got some shout-outs in the chat. It's going to be Kyle S. It's going to be a great race. It is going to be a good race. I am super excited for it. Natasha, thank you for being out here, Nat. It's going to be Let's Go Ray. Of course it is. That number 85. He is going to go out there and hopefully perform really well. I know he had a small concern earlier about the amount of practice, but I think he's going to do himself really well. And then we got Raymond in the chat as well. Let's go. So Austin tonight, is going to be a change of pace. We've had a few cautions in the last few races, but because this one's going to run caution free, we actually have a chance to see these guys go all out in a race. Coming down to the wire, obviously we're not going to be throwing any cautions other than the stage cautions. So what do you think we're going to see as far as like competitiveness? Or do you think we're going to see these guys just baby it around the track the whole time?
Oh, some chatter already on the radio there. Yeah, we're looking for some excellent racing tonight. I know the caution free is definitely going to help some of these drivers get around, and I know it's going to ease some of the frustrations knowing that we cannot be eye-pacing tonight. It is impossible. We do still have those two stages, of course, so we will at least have the drivers collecting up towards the middle of the race, but that long 30-lap final run is going to be daunting for some of these drivers who are especially not road course drivers and may not have practiced as much as they'd love to. So, I don't know. We'll see some excellent racing out on the track. Hopefully, these drivers are ready for the Charlotte Roval.
Yeah, well, it's definitely ready for them, man. And with the truck race went really, really well. I didn't place where I wanted to, but that was due to my own mistakes, a little bit of wheel damage in the beginning. I expect to see people going off in the same area that I went off and got that wheel damage in. But that big uphill turn coming, I think it's turn 7. It's going to be a battle all night.
Oh, absolutely. And a battle we're looking for, with this only being race 4, we are doing our road course a little earlier than we normally do in the season. We did want to break things up a little bit. We've had an interesting first couple races, and felt this is a good time to throw in something like the Roval.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I enjoy the Roval. I obviously would rather it in a GT3 car or an LMP car or something like that, but yeah, I absolutely enjoy the Roval. This is going to be a good track for these guys to get acquainted and make sure that they get some teammates out there, because you're going to need a little bit of help.
Absolutely. Nothing like running around the Roval in that Mustang.
Yeah. Well, generally, to speak for myself, if I'm coming into a road course, I am absolutely all balls to the wall as far as practice goes. I'm coming out, I'm running almost every day I possibly can before the race, and generally I'm putting in 100 more laps just to be able to feel it out. So, but unfortunately, I didn't get that much practice either this week, so I hope these guys came out, did their job, practiced really hard. I know a lot of guys in the truck race did practice hard. I know Mr. Weaver has now joined us in the booth. Thank you so much for being here, Mr. Weaver. How are we doing tonight? All right, we'll get back to Mr. Weaver here in a minute as soon as he gets all fixed up. But it looks like these guys are starting to taper off with the qualifying here. So let's go ahead and see who we got. Oh, 88 into the wall hard for the last qualify lap. Didn't even get to pass the finish line. Oh, man. So right now, as it stands, ladies and gentlemen, the dominating 99 of Jacob Malone has come out. Oh, there he is. Weaver, how we doing tonight, buddy?
Hey, guys. Sorry about that. Having a lot of technical issues over here on my end, but I'm good. We're in here, I think.
Yeah, nope, you're good to go, buddy. Good to go. We're out here about to start the Roval. We're about to finish up qualifying here in a moment. We haven't got to do it yet, but we'll go ahead and do it now. We'll go ahead and do Who's Your Pick, our best segment of the night. Austin, who you got for today?
Ooh. For today, I'm going to go with a crazy one here, but I'm actually going to go for Hanneman, because every time I hear him say, I don't think I'm going to do well tonight, somehow he does well.
You're not wrong at all. That is a weird coincidence, but I'll tell you, I expect to see him up towards the front. Mr. Weaver, who you got on your roster for tonight, buddy?
Well, looking at them practice times, I'm going to have to back that 86, man. I got Cochran tonight.
Damn it, that's who I was going to pick. That's all right, though.
I had a feeling it might have been, so I was like, boy, I hope I get to go second here.
All right, well, Mr. Malone hasn't been picked all season. He has been our most consistent driver so far, and he's up front leading laps. I'm going to go ahead tonight. I'm going to go with Jacob Malone, the number 99. I know it's the easy choice, but, I want to see something happen tonight. Well, it looks like these guys have actually finished qualifying. There's only a couple, maybe one or two left on the track. But let's see where it let out at. 99 leading the pack. Jacob Malone up front in that Chevy. He's going to be starting us off with Logan Wilson on his outside, the number 76. Shane Cochran back in third place behind Jacob Malone. He's going to be up towards the front. 88 of Connell Bolton. He's going to be right there behind Logan Wilson. Andrew Lons up front, the number 97. A lot of action throughout the week. These guys I expect to do really, really well, those top 5. And then leading out the top 10, Justin Harris, R. Lane, Wesley Lynch, B. Mills, Garrett Caswell, and Raymond Hanneman. Oh, whoops. I should have ended with Caswell. Hanneman is in 11th, but that's all right. I just like saying his name. No. Oh, shoot. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are going to go ahead and kick it off here in a moment with our national anthem. As always, we thank you all for being here, and we will see you in a moment. Enjoy the national anthem, everybody.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And we are back. Our amazing rendition of the national anthem by our very own number 86, Shane Cochran, which is starting in 3rd tonight. Always a great pleasure to hear that.
Jamie, I was telling Shane the other day, that's a hard gig to get through right there, the national anthem. I used to do some local commentating at a go-kart track that we have here in town, and they asked me the first night, they were like, "Can you sing national anthem?" I was like, "Yeah, no problem." Got about halfway through, blanked all the words. That's a bad spot to be in right there, bud.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I'll tell you, it is a very vocal song. A lot of people don't realize, like, if you mess that song up, so many people get mad.
You have to talk to somebody in the parking lot when you're leaving. I guarantee it. I've done it.
Yeah. Here we go, guys. These guys are kicking it off, coming out of pit lane. We're going to have a quick cycle lap, and then we are going to go ahead and go green. I don't know if you guys noticed. Did you notice that he changed the pit car with a Porsche for the road course?
I did. I seen that. I noticed that in the practices. We had the Porsche the other night for the truck race as well, I believe.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, so for the Roval Rebellion 136, these guys have a lot on the line. There's so many points on the line, and there's definitely a playoff ticket to be had here tonight. As long as a new winner can win, they're going to go ahead and punch that ticket into the 10th week for the playoffs. Or the 11th week of the playoffs. But this is...
Track position. That's what I was preaching earlier. Track position.
Well, and I'll tell you, man, it was so hard for me in the truck race. I did the 24-hour at Le Mans, and I'll tell you, the hour and a half I raced this race was much harder. Much harder.
Well, me and Harrison were talking earlier before everything got kicked off, and I was telling him, he was like, "Man, I can't get around here," and I was like, "Dang it, really?" I was like, after last week, I was like, I was ready to watch that 77 car. But he said, no. He said, I'm used to turning left. And I said, me too. The only time I turn right is when I've turned too far left.
That's hilarious.
So this would definitely be a change for some of these boys tonight, left and rights. But we were also talking, if you look at Charlotte Roval, it's just a dumbed down, smaller version of Daytona.
Yeah, no, it is. I honestly like the Daytona Road Course way more than I like the Roval. But the Roval is an amazing track. It's very technical, and in all honesty, it's easy to master. You just got to practice really hard, and I imagine these guys killed it in practice.
I put in a lot more practice this week for Tuesday nights than I have for some of the ovals. And what I noticed the difference that was big here, it's not so much the track and the left and the rights, it's the elevation change.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and again,
when you're coming over a hill, making a little left hand kink, and you got to downshift and slow down, that totally upsets the whole dynamic of what you're trying to do. So it makes it weird. Yes, the elevation changes.
On the restart, Logan Wilson up front gets sideways, and he's sideways again. Bunch of crash coming into turn one, guys. Logan Wilson right there, he trickled a little bit in the beginning, and it looks like somebody might have caught his outside. Oh no, oh yeah, Cochran tapped him a little bit into that wall. Oh, that's definitely going to be some wheel damage. 33, 7, 14, all involved in that. Oh, 87, 91. Dang it. Well, not the start we were looking for. But that is going to give the advantage to Malone. He is going to be out front. The rest of our drivers are going to have to mitigate some damage possibly. You can see a lot of these drivers are going to be letting other people out of the way. Seven got a little bit of damage on that front end right there from that contact, but it doesn't look too crazy. I was still able to operate off a little bit of wheel damage last night off of lap 3, and I honestly was fighting damage all night long. We just had another spin out. Kenneth Gallman into the first chicane, goes around our lane as well. Let's go take a look at our lane, see what happens.
Gallman's around there in the bus stop.
Our lane cutting the bus stop because he wasn't going to make it. That's all right, though. I'd much rather him do that than crash into somebody. 51 as we come back is sideways. Oh, Gallman involved in another spin, unfortunately. I don't think we're going to get a good view of this one. Oh, there it is. Yep, coming into that second chicane. Completely sideways. 2 cars already down. 3 cars down into pit road already. Uh-oh. I was about to say, my screen went black.
My screen's catching up.
Guys,
but here we go. I think I'm getting in here.
Yeah, I thought Malone wasn't up front anymore for some reason, but it looks like he definitely is going to be up front.
Watching Mills as he makes his way through the infield there, right up at the Bank of America stuff. It looked like he was doing all right. Now we hop over to bad Brad Wilson.
Where's Wilson at right now?
He just entered the infield there. He's going around the Bank of America up through the hill.
Huge accident back there, guys. Cortland Herman and Steven Linger involved into an incident. I got the... Oh, right there. Herman up into the wall a little bit. Oh, yeah, he goes sideways and then back on. 91 makes contact with the rear of the 70. Jacob Malone still out front. Andrew Lons right behind him. Colonel Bolton in third. Shane Cochran in fourth. Garrett Caswell in fifth. Raymond Hanneman has moved from 11th to 6th place. That Eternal car is looking gorgeous out there. Back over to bad Brad Wilson sitting here in 15th. Oh, Wilson goes sideways. Oh, contact with his teammate.
Bad. That was a hard shunt there for Wilson.
Contact.
That's not going to look good.
There was another one with Archuleta as well, unfortunately.
Right there. And like I said, Jamie, elevation change. It was right over that hump.
Yeah.
As the car gets free, it gets loose. You know, just like riding in your grandma's car on them back roads on a summer day, man, over them hills. It makes your belly fall out from underneath of you. That's what happens right there.
Well, definitely not what we wanted to see for the IT and out group. Hopefully those guys can get it back out there and get some of that damage fixed. Me, I had like 5 minutes of damage on my first contact for wheel damage. 77 battling it out with the 51 here, trying to fight for position. Benjamin Archuleta right behind the 77 of Whitehead.
Oh, little contact up onto the banking there, but Kenny Most in that outlaw performance car looking sharp. Yeah, it looks like Harrison's got a little bit of damage on that 77 though.
Oh, 100%. It looks like Most was able to take advantage of that damage. Most also having a little bit of right fender damage right there. Well, and it's going to come down to the process of those guys getting all separated out. But once we re-rack them again, they're going to have to be careful. Not a lot of these guys are... Big shout out to Mark Martin for driving the pace car for today's race. I love it. That's great.
We flew him in from Arkansas, you know, just to bring him here tonight.
That's right. That's right. Joseph Barrow.
That 95 there in the infield section, that was some good racing there.
Hunter
Barrow up there.
Berkmeyer also with a little bit of front right end damage there. Right fender damage. That could cause wheel damage. That looks like the same damage I had last night. I imagine we're going to see a few of these cars hitting that wall coming out of that, you know, that elevated turn.
Well, that, and not only that, but hitting the wall in one of these and hitting the wall in the truck is different. You know, the durability on these things are different. So what we got away with in what we got away with in the truck on Tuesday night, they may not be able to get away with tonight.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. I don't know. I did feel like I got away with a lot.
I agree. I ran a pretty safe race. Slow is fast.
Yeah, I was pretty consistent for most of the night. Wound up coming out in 11th or 8th place. I wasn't 9th, but somebody ran out of gas and had to tow out. So, I mean, it gave me the advantage to move up a little bit, and I got a little bit of stage points. So, I mean, I can't really complain about the race, but it was definitely a difficult race.
There's the pass there, the 36 in and out, going to the inside of the 91. The 91 looked like he had some trouble there.
52 and the 77 make contact. 52 of William Campbell. Bunch of damage on that right side. He may have lost steering there. But that was contact with Whitehead.
Looks like Dusty's running down Barrow as they go into the bus stop on the backstretch.
Yeah, it looks like the 77 locked up, forcing the 52 into the wall. I don't know, man. That looked like the 52 intentionally ran into him after that. I think race control might have to go back and take a look.
Well, short, not a short track, but sharp turns and sharp tempers.
Yeah.
I had some of that on Tuesday night. Like you said, Jamie, you were having a good race or you gained a position because some stuff happened in front of you. I was having a good race. Little chicane on the front stretch, and somebody was just a little more eager than I was, and it didn't turn out well.
No, it never does. I did see that incident as well. Yeah, I would have to be inclined to agree with you, Enix. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I'm terrible with names. But yeah, I would have to agree. It did look like a little bit of retaliation from the 52 of Campbell. 76 still with a bunch of damage on the side of that car right there. Hopefully he's going to be able to come in and get that fixed sometime soon.
It's awfully fitting that Malone is up there in a WeatherTech Red Bull car just dominating right now. It's shades of Van Gissenbergen.
Yeah, Jacob Malone is currently 16 seconds in front of the whole field.
And I'm watching him right now, Jamie, on my camera, and he hasn't put a foot wrong in this first half a lap here. As he comes into the bus stop on the backstretch, the lap traffic in front of him, it looks like.
Well, we're coming in this lap 8, right? So we got about 7 to 8 laps to go for that stage for 15. And then the second stage is going to be 30. So Malone's going to have to create that gap a couple times. Actually, no. Let me see.
Look, as he goes by Harrison here, they're double file into the chicane on the front stretch. It's like everybody made it okay. Oh, there was somebody spinning there out of the chicane on the front stretch. Everybody got checked up and all right through it. 99's by the 70 and still chasing after down here into the infield.
Still a pretty great race so far. These guys are doing all right. I mean, that first for big mesh up with the 86, tapping him on the rear and causing that pile up.
Yep, and I missed that. Yeah, I missed that when I was still loading in. So I'm glad that. I mean, this has been exciting from what we've been seeing here, though. These guys are doing a fantastic job at getting around this Roval, even though this is not something we do every week, going left and right. So it's a change of pace. A lot of these guys aren't used to that. Some of them are, and you're seeing the cream rise to the top.
Looks like Tyler Krozak in the pits, as well as Kenny Most. Not sure what's going on. Most looks like he's got a good chunk of damage on the front of that car. How did he use his fast repair already? That's crazy. He might have used it on accident. These drivers are going to have to start coming in as well.
You've got to pay attention, and sometimes it's hard. I know a lot of these guys, sometimes you have a spotter or a crew chief, somebody running that black box for you. Other times you don't. So it's on you to be sure that you're clicking those check marks, and sometimes that gets away from you in the heat of things, and you're absolutely right. You'll take a fast repair and not even realize you did it.
Well, one of my mistakes last night was I changed my tires 2 laps before, and then I had to come in again and wound up changing them again, and then 14 seconds down.
Yeah, just wasted a whole set of tires, and you didn't even mean to.
Well, and it took away a lot of my repair time, right? So that's 16 seconds where my repair time isn't really going down at all.
And that's what I think, a lot of our regular viewers, people that are intuitive with iRacing and know how this works, understand that. But our casual viewers, the moms, the dads, the girlfriends, the wives, the kids who come here to watch whoever race on Tuesdays and Thursdays, they don't know how that works, and that is difficult if you're the only person running it. You're crew chief, spotter, you're the whole team.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I noticed there going through the chicane on the front stretch, that 99, you can see the brake rotors glowing on that thing when he gets down in there.
Well, it looks like the 86 is trying to catch up to Connell Bolton, but Andrew Lons is right there behind him. He's not that far behind. Garrett Caswell is now in second place. I wonder what happened. I bet you a lot of people pit.
Funny enough, it looks like him and the 52 exchanged some physical contact there, with the 52 ultimately ending up sideways after all of it.
Wait, the 52 got in a crash?
Yeah, 52 with lawns.
When was that incident I was talking about?
I believe so. Yeah, the one that took lawns out of second place.
Lons is still up front somehow, but he's got that 85 of Hanneman right on his rear. Hanneman in 6th place trying to take that position away. Lons, fast driver, he's not going to let him go by. Currently, our top 10 is going to be Jacob Malone, Garrett Caswell, Connell Bolton, Shane Cochran, Andrew Lons, Raymond Hanneman, B. Mills, Joseph Barrow, Josh Eller, and Tyler Bellinger. Seems like Mr. Most is still into the pits, unfortunately. But he is the only one that's currently in the pit. Let's go ahead and look at our Fast 5 for 5. Our Fast 5 for 5 says Garrett Caswell is the fastest car on the track currently in 2nd place. Justin Harris just got taken. Oh, nope, he came back just now. Justin Harris, position 18, is going to be the 2nd fastest. Wesley Lynch, 21st, 3rd fastest. Bill B. Mills, 7th place, is going to be 4th fastest. And then Raymond Hanneman just popped up as far as 123.63 in 6th place for 5th fastest.
I think the 7 of Harris is, you might want to keep an eye on him. I know it's a home track for the guy, so he's feeling real good about it. I'm sure he's turned plenty of laps here, not only just for this week, but just in general, because it's a track that he is close to. So he's got an idea of what's going on. Even though he's not a left and right guy, he might be the right guy tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. It only takes one mistake or a good consistency stint to be able to gain some ground out here.
And that's all it takes is consistency. You've got to know the track. You've got to settle in. This is a long race. This is 60 laps. It's a big track. It's going to take some time. There's going to be mistakes. Settle in. Take your time. Run your race. You're not racing the other drivers tonight. You're racing the racetrack.
No, absolutely. I agree with that 100%. Right now, we got on the screen the biggest movers of the race so far. Caleb Ellswick up 19 spots. Jay Marion up 17. Bellinger up 13. Birkmeyer 12. And Barrow 11. We've only had 2 people lead laps so far. Jacob Malone dominating force out here with 12 laps led. Andrew Lons also has a lap led. Good for him. I didn't even know he got in the lead to lead a lap. That's crazy.
I'm glad to see Marion up there doing something. Good for him.
Yeah, I just seen him a second ago.
Yeah. Yep. Well, you mentioned him, and I was like, I know that name. And that's a good guy right there. I like him. So best of luck to him. I hope he has a good race here.
Well, and there was a lot of reservation, right, coming to a road course. You know, the Truck Series had, what, six or 8 provisionals? But it looks like a majority of these guys showed up tonight.
Yeah, I felt like Tuesday was a pretty decent turnout for a road course. We had, I believe it was all of 19 drivers, and I was shocked at that. So,
Well,
a lot of the time when you're running a long season like this, yeah, people don't show up for everything, and sometimes they do skip out on the road course. But if you can show up, just showing up and being part of it, that's a huge points day for you.
yeah, not only points, but also TPS, because if we're not throwing any cautions, that means you get a negative TPS automatically for joining the race. Plus, also with that, you're right, you get points for whatever leads in the race, but anybody that didn't make it, unfortunately, will not get that -1 for their TPS.
And the TPS, Jamie, you want to, like I said earlier, we were talking about our casual viewers and our regular viewers. You want to explain to everybody that's not in the league what the TPS is?
Yeah, absolutely. So that's our TPS is going to be our caution tracker system. The TPS is the tracker point system that if you claim a caution, if you cause a caution and you claim that caution, you only get 2 points. And if you don't claim that caution and found at fault post-race, you get 4 points. 8 points gets you an EOL to the next race. 10 points gets you a suspension. Either 10 or 12 gets you a suspension for the next race.
And that's a big deal. I mean, you might miss a whole race by not owning up to a caution that you caused. And so tonight we don't have any cautions. So that really lets a lot of guys off the hook, not to race more aggressively, but that is stage there, it looks like.
That is definitely going to be our stage, ladies and gentlemen. Thank God these guys made it through safely. Jacob Malone, Garrett Caswell, Connell Bolton, Andrew Lawns, Raymond Hanneman, Joseph Barrow, Josh Eller, Tyler Bellinger, and Dustin Haynes, all getting points for this stage.
Good job. Sound like a good day for Outlaw, it sounded like up there, but
yeah, right.
Back to what it did. It sounded like a good day for Outlaw. But back to what we were talking to, so the regular, like I said, the people that aren't running in the league and are watching, so they understand what's going on. That's a big deal with those TPS points.
Yeah, no, definitely. It could really hinder your season pretty badly. You don't want it. You don't want that to happen. It looks like Wilson just got into an incident on the track somehow.
Oh. Maybe a little early checkup there because of the stage break. I know that's been a problem getting everybody bunched backed up.
No.
It's tough. It's tough to do when you get spread out like this. I mean, it's tough to do when you get spread out on an oval, but it's tough to do especially when you get spread out like this on a road course.
Yeah, no, you're right. It definitely is. So it looks like the only driver in the top 15 that's pitted so far is going to be Shane Cochran somehow. So that means he's probably not going to pit here on this. But he's only 3 laps in, so yeah, he's definitely not pitting. He went ahead and took 4 tires. See, I don't know if I would have took any tires right now. The track itself, yeah, it's slippery, but I don't think it's eating the tread away.
Well, it sure didn't seem like we had much tire wear on Tuesday night, but I don't know how the Cup cars run. They may be a little different, but maybe he knows something we don't know. But he's still going to have that track position, and that's going to be a benefit if he doesn't have to come back in.
Right. Man, Malone created a huge gap for himself on that stage, man. They're still trying to catch up to him. For me, it's showing Caswell in second. It looks like all those guys that are a lap down are going to go ahead and try to get those laps back. Bunch of damage on the front of the 95 as well. Both sides.
I got Caswell in second and Bolton in third and Malone still leading.
Yes, yes, yes.
Loans and Hanneman ran out the top 5.
Well, we'll see who stops here and what kind of stops they actually have. But it looks like to me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 people are going to try to get laps back. It does look like K Most has rejoined the track as well. Oh, and it said K Most crashed? What? No, he just went off a little bit right there off that blue line probably. Sorry, I have got to change that intermission screen when I'm switching back and forth between the replay. Shane has his well done, and I'm advertising somebody that isn't even our sponsor. I've been doing it for this is the 4th race.
We got a lot peeling off to into pit road. I know Hanneman's one of them. That's who I'm watching right now, and he is definitely down pit road. The 85, the 16, 88. That's who I can see around him.
Well, we'll see what these guys are doing here soon as they start to come back out. Looks like Malone, like I said, yep. Malone only took 2 tires. Bolton fuel only, Lons fuel only. Nope, they're taking tires as well.
Looks like Hanneman's taking 4.
Yeah.
He's down and off the jack. The 14 as well took 4. It looks like that's going to be a race off pit road. 14's got it. 97 in front of Hanneman there at the line.
Yeah, it looks like everybody took 4 tires and fuel.
Yeah, Barrow's right there behind the 85. And
well, check that strategy. Cochran is now in the lead.
Well, like we said, Jamie, before we got going, and I'm right there with Shane, that was my pick for the night. Track position.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely set himself up for success on the restart.
Say it slow for the back of the class. Track position. That's the name of the game tonight, I feel like. So come on, Shane. Prove me right, Bubba. I appreciated Shane last week. I jumped in on the Chicagoland race. It was Chicago last weekend, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I jumped in on Shane's Discord there in the middle of the Chicago race just to catch a glimpse because it said he was streaming in the Discord. Well, I didn't realize that he ran on Thursday nights, and it was him and his dad. And they let me stay and just chill while they did their thing. I know Shane had a bad Chicago, so we all ended up chilling together eventually. But that was awfully big of him to just let me stay in their little channel and hang out for the evening and watch the race. And like I said, I know some of our viewers aren't part of the Discord and all that, but we got Big Daddy Cochran's post-race parties on Tuesdays and Thursday nights, and that was a fun time last week. I enjoyed being in there and being a part of that, so that was fun.
Yeah, it's always a good time. I even stayed up later. I was supposed to go to bed at 11. I stayed until midnight in there just hanging out with those guys.
Yeah, you get carried away, man. It's like, damn, I got to go to work in the morning.
Yeah, facts.
But this is a good time, and that's what this is for a lot of these guys, come out here and blow off some steam. Everybody's got a 9 to 5 or day life or whatever, it's a good time to come out here and do this and pretend to be your heroes for a minute. Everybody wants to be a race car driver, but not everybody's got the funding to go out here and do this.
Right.
So this is what we've got with the funding that we have.
Well, I can tell you, going over the wrench wranglers for the repairs made into the pits, Logan Wilson, 2 minutes, 58 seconds. Richard Elliott, 1 minute and 28. Michael Boone, 1 minute 17. Gallman, 1 minute 13. James Nelson, 46 seconds. Openchowski, 30. B. Mills, 17. K. Mose, 14. Benjamin Archuleta, 7.
Well, They're coming out of the infield here, back up on the NASCAR 1.
Well, as
Well,
we take as we
they're
look
still
at
pretty in.
Shane Cochran's timeline here, he has not changed very many positions all the way until, I want to say, what is that? Lap 10, 5, 12 maybe? Yeah, lap 12. And then he dips down to around 15th, 16th place, and then right up to first, man, after that pit stop.
A lot of chatter in the room tonight. Everybody letting everybody know what they're doing.
Oh, really?
Oh, it looks like it, yeah. That voice chat, all the boys are talking.
Did I lose these guys? Where'd they go? There they are.
Here we come out of that bus stop on the backstretch up in the NASCAR 3. Pull them belts tight. We're going to do it again. What, we got another stage break at 30, correct?
Yeah.
So what, we're coming to lap 20, so we got 10 lap. We got a 10 lap shootout. Let's see who wants to use that to their advantage, knowing that they got a 10 lap shootout to make up some spots and get a re-rack. If anybody put that into their mindset. But here we go. Pace car's off. That Porsche is pulling in. It looks like Cochran's going to lead him down. He's on it.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, back into the first.
Oh, the 14's
Caswell
around.
sideways.
A 99 clean away, 86. They're all fine down into the infield.
Let's go back and take a quick look. 14 sideways into the wall. 69 sideways. Not too much damage on any of the cars, though, thank God. It only seemed to be a couple.
Looks like they're clean away, but the 99 has set sail once again. Malone is leading this field.
Oh, he was able to get around Cochran?
Oh, he was able to get past Cochran, and he's setting sail.
56 is sideways in turn 7.
Yep, Cochran's through good. Looks like there's a battle for third back there. They were double file.
Looks like that 52's got a good amount of damage. Into the 39 just now. Looks like they were able to recover it.
Well, it looks like I just clicked over and it was R Lane who got a little sideways there coming through the infield, nosing into the wall. He went to the pits. He towed. He was gone.
So R Lane is out.
Oh, it looked like he may not be out, but he was definitely getting a tow. Yep, R Lane. I'm trying to find that number so I can give it to you, but I can't see it.
No, I got it. It's R Lane is number 87.
Yep, he nosed it right into the fence there as they were in the infield section, and he disappeared and was in pits, so he must have got a tow.
Looks like Linger, Openchowski, and another car got into an incident. Openchowski taps Linger from behind. Linger up into the inside wall, back into Openchowski again.
Whoa, there's a big checkup going into one there up the hill.
Looks like Linger's...
Oval 1 was pretty exciting. The 57, the 36, there's a big cluster there. Dusty Haynes in the middle of all that.
Barrow says crashed. Barrow jumped to pits.
Yeah, Kralzak's not happy on the voice chat there, so something happened to him. And our lane did. He disconnected, so he just totally gave up on his event.
I wonder what Barrow. Didn't look like Barrow had that much damage.
These restarts, they sure are wild.
Let's go see what happened possibly with Krozak.
I'm still watching Haynes. He's down here into the infield section just past pit road. And they're jammed up. They're running 4 cars down here. 70 off a little bit. It's tight. It's tight. The 66 makes a move on the inside of Haynes.
Definitely seeing the field shake up a little bit out here.
Yeah, absolutely, Jamie. This is...
Oh, 66 into the 57.
Yeah, big check up there. Looked like everybody got by. Dusty checked up in time. Hurt his time, but he didn't get no damage, it looked
69 goes sideways as well.
Here we are into the bus stop. Haynes is going to pass the 76 out of the bus stop up on the Oval 3. Going to keep the position onto the front stretch. There's so much action all over this track, Jamie, you don't know where to look to where to watch it. There's so much action all over this track, Jamie, you don't know where to look to where to watch it. But like I said, Justin Harris in that 7 car still running up there solid inside the top 5. Oh, he just said something. He said he was hurting. It's like Hanneman's going to take it on the inside there, onto the backstretch, down into the bus stop. The 7 and the 85. Looks like the 85 is going to keep that spot. Longs is getting down easy into the chicane there on the front stretch. There he goes, crossing the line. Longs is getting down easy into the chicane there on the front stretch. There he goes, crossing the line. My little buddy Bolton up there doing good work. He running in 3rd, looking pretty. I don't know if that 86 car that he's working on is for position or not. We'll have to look. Yep, sure is. Looks like there's a good battle for 2nd and 3rd there. Bolton slides back a little bit. And Cochran's got some room on him. Back up on the Oval 2. Cochran's got some room on him. Back up on the Oval 2.
Yeah, Cochran is doing great tonight. Up there in 2nd place, man. Oh, he had to skip.
Oh, Cochran blew the back straightaway there.
That is going to be a couple positions at least right there.
Yep, there goes Bolton. He just rocketed right by. I was watching it. I didn't know if you were still here. I was like, maybe I'm talking too much.
Nope, you weren't. I was dealing with some stuff in the chat. So sorry.
That's all right. I was like, I'm still talking, but ain't nobody talking back. Yep, no, there goes Bolton on up to 2nd. Yeah, Cochran blew that back straightaway bus stop. Bolton's out there in that, well, it looks like a Canadian mix of Junior Motorsports and the Dark Knight. I'm not real sure what's going on there. But Loins is right behind him pulling in. You know, it's not a big gap between 2nd and 3rd. But who do we got?
Malone's pulled away by 12 seconds already.
Yeah, and who we got leading this? Is it?
It's Malone.
Is it was still Malone? I couldn't
Yeah.
find him.
Yep, still Malone up about 13 seconds on the whole field. He's clearly not made any mistakes tonight. I don't know how that is even possible.
He has been on his P's and Q's since this started. So I think I don't want to give it to him too early. It's awfully early, but that's where that's looking. Oh, looks like Eller got a little turned around there coming in through the infield, but he's going straight again now.
Well, it looks like we're focused on Dusty Haynes right now. He's going to be in the 9th position, doing very well for himself. Joseph Barrow is now back out on the track, but he's going to be a few laps down, I think. He might be able to get a couple technical laps back if he had an issue. It did look like he had an issue. So I'm thinking he might be able to get a couple laps back, but I don't know how far down he actually is.
Well, Whitehead is right there on Barrow's door. There goes Harrison to the inside of Barrow into the infield.
Well, we're about to come up on Barrow with the ticker right now. Yeah, Barrow's only 1 lap down.
He's right there.
Well, it's unfortunate because he worked hard to get up to that 6th spot, man, and there just something must have happened. Glad to see him back out there, though.
Looks like, looking at my ticker, Jamie, and I don't know if it's up to date or if it's right, but it looks like we've got 17 on the lead lap. With the last one being B. Mills. He's the last driver on the lead lap there in 17.
Right along with Dusty Haynes here for a second as well. He's battling it out with Jay Marion. I had to slow all the way down for that turn.
There it is. Yeah, I'm watching that too. Yeah, had to click on Marianne to find him, but yeah, looks like Dusty's pulling a gap on him there.
Yeah, Dusty's doing a pretty good job. He's trying to catch up to Caleb Ellswick at the moment for that 7th position.
I don't know though. Marion floats it all the way out to the wall. That's what you got to do. You got to use all of this racetrack. It's the exaggerated racing features of this racetrack. Go all the way, me and Kyle Simmons, there it is. Oh, Marion tried and he blew the bus stop. Oh, that sucks. That's a bummer.
That's me and Kyle,
me and Kyle Simmons did this the other night in practice. And you have to slow down and exaggerate your movements. You have to pretend to be a race car driver at slow speeds here around this racetrack.
Well, and how many of these drivers do you think took advantage already of the time penalty, right? Because every time I cut that last chicane, there was no way that I got penalized by the time I hit the 3rd turn because I've already lost that much time.
Right? You're so slow, you're losing time elsewhere. You can abuse it in certain scenarios in other sectors.
I mean, and granted, I didn't want to take advantage of it because I definitely thought about it halfway through the race. I can continue to cut this chicane and nothing is going to happen.
Right, because I know that I'm going to lose that time that they're telling me to give up in the next one.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
And you have up to 30 seconds. That's almost half the track.
These guys have figured it out. And we can't see that. We can't see that right now watching. We can't see what they're giving the penalty-wise and what that is. But, yeah, there's a lot of, Dusty jumped some turtles there. Marion's going to get back by him. Yep.
Marion took it.
That was a bummer. Yep, Marion took it back going up onto the high banks of 3 and 4. Dusty kind of blew the bus stop on the backstretch and caught a turtle there. So let's see if he settles back in and gets some more going for him. But yeah, this is just a different kind of race than we're used to running. A lot of these guys, they run ovals. That's all we do around here is turn left. You know, like I said earlier, the only reason I'm turning back right is because I turned too hard left. So, and that's how a lot of these guys are. They just didn't realize it until we spoke it out loud. So tonight is a different breed. It's a different animal, and it's still exciting. You have to adapt. You have to adapt. That's all there is to it.
Well, these guys are definitely doing that exactly. Lynch, 33, up behind Dusty Haynes, now putting pressure on Jay Marion and Haynes.
Yeah, that Lynch and that is it the 33?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen him out there all night in different camera angles, and he is always in the picture. So these guys are just going to have to get to the end. That's all there is to this kind of race. Is you're just here to run it. You make your left and your rights. Don't go off track. Don't wreck. And that's how you win a race like this.
Yeah, it looks like K Most, the number 2, went off in that uphill turn right there, but he was able to get it back around. Nobody made contact with him. Good job on his part.
Looks like Dusty's getting some pressure from whoever's behind him there. That Lynch. Lynch is pressuring Dusty there.
Oh, hardcore too. Lynch is like right there.
Yes, he is. Right up in the infield section of the track.
Well, and as soon as Lynch gets by him, and we have a caution. That is going to be stage.
That's the stage. Yep. Jamie, we were so invested in the race, we weren't
I wasn't even paying no attention.
Stage.
I know.
I wasn't either. I was like, boy, these guys are racing. Let's watch them race.
So it looks like coming out with points for stage 2, Jacob Malone, stage winner once again. Colonel Bolton, Andrew Lawns, Raymond Hanneman, Justin Harris, Caleb Ellswick, Jay Marion, Dustin Haynes, Lynch, and Garrett Caswell all getting points.
Well, I gotta say, it still sounds like a pretty good day for Outlaw.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I'm not wrong. You can't be mad at the guy for saying what the truth is. I know they're my boys. You know they brought me over. I can't be mad at that. I got to give respect where respect is due.
Shane Cochran did it again. He pitted.
Was he up there?
No, he pitted. He pitted early. Yeah, he pitted 2 laps ago.
I'm telling you, he's sneaky.
He's playing. I'm telling you, bro.
There's something about that Cochran guy, boy. I don't count him out. Don't count him out.
So he is actually nicknamed the Ninja because he just comes out of nowhere all the time.
I wouldn't doubt it. I was not aware of that. I had no prior knowledge for the people listening. I didn't know that. I wasn't aware, but I'm not doubting it. Because he is. If he's pulling that off right now. And that's my pick, ladies and gentlemen. That's my pick, Shane Cochran. Yeah, he's going to come up there and surprise you.
Well, it looks like Cochran's going to wind up jumping back up to the front again after Malone, Bolton, and the front guys start to pit.
We talked a lot about it, and I don't want to give no secrets away because I don't know how the secrets lie. But we talked a lot about it earlier. We talked about short stopping.
Yeah.
With some guys. And my only thing that I preached after Tuesday night was track position. So if you can short stop and get your track position, that's what you need to have. I mean, I feel like the guys who are up front are going to be the guys who are up front. That's not going to change.
Well, and that comes from that consistency and the speed that they built over the practices, right? I'm sure everybody that's up in the top 10 and doing really well in this race all practice really hard to get in. So I imagine they're going to stay up there.
And that's something that I've come to appreciate and enjoy about this league, this here with GEC, is I love that people put it in practice before it's even time to go race. I mean, there were some guys talking about putting in practice for months on a hot track when the temperature stuff came into question. And so, if you've got that kind of dedication, that's the kind of stuff I want to see out here.
Well, and we came to a conclusion. We were going to change the track temps because this season, even in our rule book, it's not no longer static weather. It's active live weather. And we weren't going to change anything this season. And we were thinking about it. We came close to changing it for the Cups and the truck race, bringing down the track temp a little bit so these guys can stick to the track. But I am super excited we decided not to do that.
And I am too, Jamie. Absolutely. I loved the transparency the other night. Like I said, for the viewers that aren't part of the league and aren't part of the Discord, the transparency the other night was outstanding among the drivers and the administrators of what we were doing and what we weren't doing. And I loved how everybody stuck to their guns and we're doing what we're doing. Because when NASCAR goes to a racetrack, you don't know what the weather is going to be like that weekend. You don't. So we don't set it. It's static. It's what it is. And that's a great. Like I said, kudos to the administration for sticking to their guns.
Yeah, I was excited as well as the truck race went, and obviously the Cup race is going pretty well as well. So I'm not disappointed in the decision, and you're right. There was a consistency issue, and it was going to bleed into an integrity issue if we did actually change it. So ultimately, I had teams and drivers approach, say, hey, I've practiced this 100+ degree track temp all month. I feel like I have an advantage, and if you change the temp, I'm no longer going to have that advantage, and it's going to take all of that practice away. I mean, obviously not all of it, but I got the gist of what they were talking about, and I agreed.
Absolutely.
I agreed 100%.
Absolutely. Like I said, I felt like the integrity and the integrity was upheld this week for GEC. So, I mean, if you're out here listening tonight and you're not in the GEC Discord, if you're not part of the community, this is a grade A racing league on iRacing. This is what it's supposed to be. These are guys coming out here, and you're dealt what you're dealt. You got to deal with it. You got to race it. You got to learn how to adapt.
Yeah, there's been a lot of talk of removing the fast repair as well. I'm not sure if that's going to be an actual thing that we may do. It is possible, but really ultimately, it's just we want these guys to have as much fun as possible when it comes to what we're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to give a good product, and that one fast repair is kind of like a safe fall. There's a lot of stuff that can happen on here on iRacing. For the people that don't do this on a regular basis and don't understand it, there's a lot of things that can happen on iRacing that could ruin your race that you had absolutely nothing to do with you. So that one fast repair, I don't think that's unreasonable.
Cortland Herman comes into the chat and says, a race where I'm not out before stage 2, this shit feels like a win. I agree. Good job for staying out as long as you can.
Slower is faster, buddy.
Well, and as we're looking at the wrench wranglers again, Richard Elliott, 17 minutes of repairs, unfortunately for him, for the 02. I don't know if hopefully he can make it back out there, but it does look like he has rejoined the track. Super awesome to see him back out there. Sad he had to actually get that much damage repaired, but either way.
But perseverance, good for him for sticking around and staying.
Yeah.
You know, it's easy to get a toe and just you rage quit on something like this. You know, good for you for sticking it in there and getting everything you can to the end.
So Shane Cochran and Jacob Malone are going to restart this race again. We're now double file. Jacob Malone, Shane Cochran, Raymond Hanneman, Connell Bolton, and Caleb Ellswick to lead out our top 5. This is going to be an exciting restart. Caleb Ellswick also up 27 spots today. He is definitely going to be our biggest mover, I believe. Yeah, definitely. And then Jay Marion up 25 spots as well. Dustin Haynes up 13, Birkmeyer up 10, and Darren Bruce up 8. I thought Joseph was going to get a technical lap back.
Yeah, here we go. They're pulling them belts tight. Now NASCAR 4. Looks like that Porsche is getting ready to pull off and head to the inside.
Yeah, as we seen in the last one, Jacob Malone was able to take that position back. Hopefully Shane Cochran can give him a little bit of a fight on this restart. Get as much position as he possibly can.
Looks like I was a little gun shy there. Looks like we're just now down the backstretch.
Oh, this is the first chicane?
Yeah, we're just going into the bus stop on the back here.
No worries. I do like that Porsche, though. That Porsche pace car looks nice.
I got excited. I was like, here we go. Not yet. But we're coming to it now. NASCAR 3. Here we come around 4. We're in the middle.
Well, Shane Cochran also 6 laps on his tires and fuel currently. Everybody else just 1 lap. So it's going to be interesting to see his strategy coming into the end of the race. He's going to have to pit again anyway, so I'm pretty sure it's going to lead to his advantage.
I'm going to say he's going to need fuel, but maybe if he can get a gap here, it'll be looking good for him.
Well, here we go on the restart, ladies and gentlemen. The Roval Rebellion is going to end on stage 3. Turn 1 has been a problem so far.
Cochran's around!
No way.
Oh, he's around at the top of the hill. Oh, everybody gets it together. No, the 16's around.
14 is around.
Bigger mess behind him. Cochran got it going.
Cochran's back around into 8th place.
Oh, my goodness.
Garrett Caswell also went sideways on that restart. 95 sideways, makes contact with the 69.
Oh. I heard somebody say something about netcode. For our viewers that don't know, sometimes when these cars get so close together on iRacing, we get something called netcode. And it's where your car kind of blends into another car and it didn't have enough time to register it, so they connect. And it's inconvenient and it's difficult for everybody to understand, but it does happen.
Looks like another vehicle around right there. Herman into the 36.
Oh, a lot of trouble on that restart there. I'm watching. It looks like Cochran has settled down into about 7th, but Malone still out to a killer lead in that Van Gissenbergen WeatherTech Red Bull car. I mean, it's got road course vibes on it. That's the one that's going to win tonight, I believe.
Terribly unfortunate for McCabe. 70 couldn't go anywhere. He was right up against the wall. McCabe comes out, side swipes, goes across his nose, winds up taking damage. He is now going into the pits. Not what you want to see for him tonight.
I'm watching Marion and Lynch as they come out of NASCAR 2 onto the backstretch. Lynch is closing in as they come into the bus stop. Oh, Marion blew the bus stop and got a little sideways, spun
Oh,
out. Lynch
contact.
behind.
Contact with that outside wall as well for Marion.
Yes. Swear we got a pass. Nope, look like Cochran was looking to the
bus stop,
outside.
89. Brad Wilson, he's sideways. Two other drivers blew all the bus stop.
Cochran looks like he's making a little room up on the 66 as they turn off and go into the infield here up over the hill. A lot of action on that restart. Looks like Haynes is good into the infield. Making up a little room on the 85 there. Hammond, I think that is. See how they do here coming up over the crest.
Oh, 16 into the 91. Going out of that turn right there. Dang. Portland Herman crashed again, huh? Oh, there was a crash on the front stretch with the 86. Brad Wilson. Let's take a look. Brad Wilson coming into the last chicane towards this front. He hits that blue bumper. A little bit of contact with the 51. 51 into the wall. 51 catches the 89's back quarter panel. ITN out, just not having the best race right now, except for Caleb Ellswick still sitting in 5th place. And it looks like Bellinger also crashed. Oh, nope, he went off.
See, 39s to the outside of the 52 up the hill there in the infield. Coming back to NASCAR 2. The 52, 32, and 77. Oh, Harris.
77
Whitehead.
around.
Yeah, Whitehead there spun out. He was right there part of that. It's like Cochran's gaining ground on that 66 if he can get that in and out. Oh, I bet he's kicking himself for that restart there. But he's putting, Cochran's putting the pressure on him. He's got the better car. Here he goes. There, he's going to be looking to the inside on one of these corners. Give it to him coming up out of NASCAR 2 or NASCAR 1.
You said who was it?
That. Cochran. If you're watching Cochran, he's gaining on the 66. He's running him hard. Well, he almost had him there.
I'm glad he was able to recover from that spin on that restart.
He was. He turned it right back around and kept going. He settled in. He didn't lose his mind. Oh, there's a little struggle. Bolton to the inside there, it looks like.
I'm glad everybody in the chat, everybody viewing is having fun. It looks like the chat's going off. Everyone has a different ping, so when the car gets close to one another, iRacing sometimes thinks that they're touching, but realistically they are not. That is a good way to explain that netcode. Definitely, we appreciate you, Enix. And he said this race might have took 180, but I can say this is a fun race to watch. Yeah, I agree. Watching it up here, I'm having a blast. These guys are doing an amazing job.
Absolutely. I'm glad the chat's popping off. I'm glad everybody's having a good time. This is a good race to settle it. Look at Hanneman trying to make work there on the 86. The 86 tries to go by Lynch. There goes Cochran to the inside.
Cochran able to take that position away. Hanneman as well
Yes.
passes Lynch.
Yep.
Hanneman
No.
swiggles a little bit.
Yep. No, he didn't get clear. Cochran got by, but Lynch is still in front of Hanneman coming up on the NASCAR 1.
Hanneman had that little
There he goes.
looseness
There you go.
right there.
Hanneman was looking inside coming into NASCAR 2, so he might have him down the backstretch.
Yep, Hanneman up front and head of Lynch, chasing down Shane Cochran. Shane Cochran chasing down Caleb Ellswick. Let's go ahead and ride along with Shane Cochran and see what's going on.
And you've got to be careful down there on that apron coming back up on the NASCAR 3. If you stay too low too long, you get a black flag.
Wow. Great focus from Shane Cochran up behind the 66, putting on a little bit of pressure. '66 locks him up a little bit coming into that turn. Let's go ahead, and it looks like Raymond Hanneman is right there back behind Cochran as well. You're going to want to always... I was always trying to get down to that bottom line, man. That's the fastest way to get around that. These guys are out here killing it right now. Jonah said, how is he racing and texting? That's hilarious. Yeah, I was thinking that same thing. Like, the bro is still in the race and he's talking in the chat. He's got to have somebody off the side doing it for him or something. Hanneman was able to actually get around Cochran on that last turn right there. Now Hanneman's chasing down Caleb Ellswick. Looks like as a checkup with Jacob Malone, he's catching up to a lapped car right now, and that's going to be the 02 of Richard. He's going to be currently 17.2 seconds ahead of the whole field. I think he's the Van Gisbergen for the night, huh?
That sounds like it.
Well, not very many mistakes coming out of that 99.
No, not at all. And I said that from the beginning when I seen this paint scheme. I said that just, he must have known.
Those brake rotors are glowing.
They have been all night, and that's funny. It's funny to see him glow in that red in the day race. Look at that there, Hanneman. Oh,
Hanneman sideways.
Hanneman. Yes, he tried to stay on the bottom underneath that 66 of Ellswick. I don't know if it would have done him any good. He'd have got a penalty anyway, but they were racing hard. There's going to be some hurt feelings. Yeah, look at that, Jamie. There's going to be some hurt feelings after that.
Yeah, Caleb Ellswick did not let him come off of that bottom line.
No, well, and it's not Ellswick's responsibility to let him come back up, you know, if he was down there. So, you know, if you started down there, it's not my responsibility to give it to you. That's going to be a tough one there.
Hanneman loses 4 spots on that.
I'm sure he did. I'm glad I'm not race control, and I'm glad I'm not either one of those guys.
Well, that's all right. He made it up there once. Hanneman can get back up there again. I got full confidence. Here we go. So the fastest 5 right now is going to be Jacob Malone. He's pulling off 121s. Everybody else is going to be 123s. Justin Harris, Shane Cochran, Ellswick, and Lons.
Haynes is into the pits. Looked like Haynes was off into the pit road.
Yep, it does look like Haynes is coming down pit road. It looks like he's got some damage on that right front quarter panel.
So we still got Bolton up there in second, though. That's where I jumped back to. 97, 66 is pressure behind.
Oh, man.
Still a good distance behind, but Harris is right behind the 66. That looks like a good battle there.
Yeah, they're doing...
Here we go.
Well, he's got some damage on the right front quarter panel as well, trying to catch up that Caleb Ellswick. Caleb has no damage at all. Hanneman was able to gain a spot back, but let's go back to Andrew or Bolton and Lons. First and second, super close to each other. Bolton got some damage on both front right and front left. Andrew Lons, no damage at all, killing it coming around the track. Shane Cochran's back in 4th place. He was able to pass Caleb Ellswick somewhere. Ellswick coming down into pit lane right now.
Harris is in. Well, I was going to say Harris is in the pit road, but no, I'm mistaken. He's not. Harriman got Linger on pit road. Ellswick. Looks like Elliott is coming down pit road right now as well.
Looks like Dusty Haynes, Marion, Ellswick, and Richard are all going to come in.
Yep, there's Mills. He's rolling slow.
Bruce is right there, back behind him, too. There's only 16 laps to go in this race.
This has been, I really do. I hate to say it. This has been one of the more exciting races.
Yeah,
you don't know. You really gotta follow who you want to follow to know what's going on. It's jumping all over the place. This has been a wild race.
Yeah, I definitely see some heated conversations after the race, but I haven't seen too much craziness go on.
I don't doubt that there's going to be some spirited conversations, but I haven't seen anything that I've been watching that is out of line.
We need to pay attention to Shane Cochran because he's 18 laps. Everybody else is either way lower than that. Like the highest I've seen is 13 laps other than his 18. And other than that, everybody else has came in and pitted. So he's got something up his sleeve, dude. He's pulling something right now. And I think it's going to be slick.
And he just passed that 99, if I'm not mistaken.
He did. Yeah, that 99 had to come into the pits and get all those tires changed. It gave Cochran the advantage to come out and maybe possibly lead some laps. So, Cochran is going to have to come in.
Yeah, if anything, though, that's going to be a race right there as they head off into the backstretch. Cochran's leading the 99, but the 99 is right there ready to pounce. Let's see what he does here into the bus stop.
Yep, side by
99
side.
Inside. It's his.
He was able to take that away right there on those fresh tires. Cochran most likely going to have to come into pits this time by.
Nope. He stays out. He's going to stay right there on the tracks of the 99 as they come through the little chicane on the front stretch, start-finish line, into one.
Raymond Hanneman, Dusty Haynes.
To the outside.
Something happened with Hanneman and Haynes. Well, let's take a look.
Oh.
Haynes right up behind Hanneman. Hanneman goes sideways right there going into the first NASCAR. Andrew Lons now in the lead. Cochran dropping back to third place. Did he just tap
Like,
that wall?
He did. It looked like he caught the fence.
That's the
There,
same wall where I got my wheel damage.
Oh, but he it looked like he went ahead and passed the O2 there.
Nah, he's gonna have wheel damage on that. I guarantee it. He's gonna have to come in and take that fast repair right now to end this race out. I guarantee.
I don't necessarily know if you have to take that fast repair, depending on what kind of driving style you like. And this is for me in the trucks and everything that I've raced. Sometimes when you get a little wheel damage, oh, he is. You're exactly right. Here he comes.
Yeah, I figured so.
Never mind what I got to say, because he's coming.
Well, and to be fair, I mean, we only have 13 laps left. He is definitely going to use the fast repair right now. If he has one. I hope he does.
That wheel damage, though, sometimes it will tighten your race car up. And
It did for me, yeah.
And I prefer a tighter race car, so sometimes I'll bounce it off the fence on purpose.
Looks like Logan Wilson and Burkmeyer had some contact just a second ago. Let's go take a look. Oh, no way.
Looks like the 97's out. There goes Cochran. He's down and away. Down pit road.
Hanneman was sideways on turn 3 and 4, and then he went to gas it up to come around and didn't see the 76. Bounced the 76 off the inside wall. 76 goes around. Hanneman just not having the luck he's looking for right now. He just needs to focus, and he's going to be just fine.
No, Cochran's off of pit road and through the infield.
Yeah,
section.
Cochran's still got that damage.
He didn't stay long. He got tires and he got out of there. But he's back up on the NASCAR 1 right now. I'm watching. Yep. It's like Ellswick's going to lead us off there into the back chicane. Running in 7th. Ellswick behind him. Marion's trying to gain a position there on Dusty Hayes into the back stretch bus stop. There they are off of into NASCAR 3. It's a pretty tight race. He said he's on his bumper. He's looking. Here they come into the shorts or onto the front stretch chicane there. Good racing between them guys as they head off into the 1. Yep, it's been a pretty good race all night. Who do we have up front still? It looks like Malone's still running away with it. I think that's who you're going to have to watch. He heads off into the infield section. Got a lot of lap traffic there in front of him. Hanneman in the 88, and the 85. There, 3 wide. Still looking pretty good. Over the crest. Back towards the oval.
And what, we only have 11 laps left in the Roval Rebellion 136 here at Charlotte. And the 99 is putting on a show.
I mean, he's dominating. He's even weaving in and out of lap traffic. I'm watching him right now.
Yeah, I just watched it.
They put on a damn clinic.
Definitely amazing to watch.
Right up behind that 57 there. This is going to be interesting here getting to the front stretch.
Yeah.
See what happens. Nobody makes a mistake. Everybody keeps their cool.
Look at that.
57. Yep, that was heads up racing by everybody. Yep. And that's what we like to see. That's what you want to see. That's the kind of racing that these leagues on iRacing are supposed to support. You know, different skill levels come together and they race together, but everybody has the same racecraft, the race etiquette. That's something difficult to learn, that people that don't do this or are not, you know, full-time race fans, they don't understand racecraft. That's something all on its own, is getting out of the way when the guy behind you's faster, you know.
Bro,
Some of that, just Harrison Whitehead just demonstrated it there.
Bro, Malone is starting to pass the lead lap drivers.
Oh, a little touch up there behind the leader, but yeah, this has been a grade A race. That if you watch this is what iRacing is supposed to be about. It's not pacing. It's not a bunch of cautions. It's not a bunch of just out here riding around. You have to figure out how to race around the people that you're racing around.
No, absolutely. And that comes with you know, time. It doesn't happen overnight. These guys, you know, everybody joined and they didn't know anybody in here. They didn't know how to race everybody in here. You just got to get used to the field and know how everybody acts.
Well, and it doesn't just help here. I mean, that kind of stuff carries over to racing against people that you don't know. You know, this is racing 101. And that's what I love about it. Everybody's welcome. Everybody come in here, get your feet wet, but there's a way to do it and there's a way to not do it. And tonight we have seen the way to do it.
Absolutely.
Right there. That's a perfect example. Right there with the 99 and the, is that 66 or 68?
69.
As a lapped car. So, yeah. Just staying up out of the way there. Letting them faster cars through, but you fall right in behind them and keep going. But look at the brake rotors glow on that 99 as he just rips through that little chicane. This is a good one right here, Jamie. This was a race.
Yeah, I'm enjoying myself with 8 laps to go. Malone is now 35 seconds ahead of second place. He's chasing down the lead lap cars.
He's out here embarrassing them right now. But I mean, if you can do it, do it.
Well,
so,
we're definitely pulling that car in for an inspection after this race. He's getting drug tested and everything.
Yeah, make sure ain't no grip hacks on that or none of that, boy.
Yeah, he's getting drug tested and everything. We're lifting that car up and inspecting every bolt.
But you know what? Somebody just like this 67 here in front of him, or whatever that number is, I can't tell. I'm trying to see it. 76. He's running him hard. That's right. Oh, right there.
Woo!
He's gonna have to. You have to pick and choose your battles. And right now, that 76 wants to battle. So there he goes. He gets him going into the infield. Here comes 76 back up on the inside.
The 76 is definitely a fast driver. Logan Wilson, GEC veteran, has been here for quite a while. He definitely knows what it takes to go out and win. But unfortunately, right now, he's fighting a lap down, but did a great job.
Oh, he was doing everything he could. He wasn't doing nothing wrong. He was doing his part. Oh, looks like Kenny Most is off in the grass there. Is that Most?
Yep. Most sideways a little bit. Got a bunch of front end damage, and his left quarter panel's missing.
Hate to see that.
Well, I you know, with that much damage and him still being out here, I'm super proud of him.
He's held in all night. I know he was trying hard. I talked to him before we got going. I know he was putting forth his best foot tonight, you know.
Malone still putting down them 121s. Everybody else with a 122. Raymond Hanneman, Logan Wilson, Caleb Ellswick, and Andrew Lons. We've only had 3 drivers lead laps today. Shane Cochran, Andrew Lons, and Jacob Malone. Jacob Malone with 48 laps led. Shane Cochran with 3, Andrew Lons with 2. And they're all currently in the top 5. See some of our biggest movers today. Still going to be Caleb Ellswick up 26 spots. Jay Marion up 23. Dusty Haynes up 9. Darren Bruce up 8. And Tyler Bellinger up 8 as well. And Bellinger and Bruce must be fighting because it's going back and forth between 9 and 8 on both of them.
I was going to say, I'm watching Malone, and I might fall asleep if that's the only guy you're watching right now. But I say that as he's getting ready to come into some lap traffic. And, you never know how that lap traffic is going to run you. Some guys just might pull over and give you the spot because it's yours. You're faster. Some guys might want to just run their line and make you pass them. And that's okay, too. There ain't nothing wrong on their part. If you think you're that much quicker, get by me. And there he goes. Yep. Malone had no problem getting by them 2 cars, just sailing off into turn 1 there.
It looks like Dusty made contact with the 70 as the 70 went around on the front stretch. I'm sorry, what were you saying?
No, I was just talking about Malone here. He's running up through some lap traffic, but it doesn't look like nobody's giving him much trouble. But he is getting ready to come up on the 56 and that 3-car of Dusty Haynes that you just talked about.
Yeah, that Dusty Haynes is going to be on the lead lap. That will put him a lap down.
So, and I know Dusty on a personal level. I don't think he's going to just pull over and give away a lap. Dusty's a hard-nosed driver.
Yeah.
And he missed the bus stop there. He's going to have to give it up.
Yep.
And it was.
It's hard, I'm sure it's hard for him to turn that car because he definitely has some front-end damage.
I thought I heard him saying in the chat there that he had some. That's a bummer for him. I know he's going to be disappointed. Man, I can't get over them brake rotors glowing. They are lighting up on that 99 car. I'm sure they're lighting up on everybody's car.
Well, as we look at the wrench wranglers, Richard Elliott, 18 minutes, 39 seconds for repairs throughout the race. Cortland Herman up 15 minutes and 58 seconds. Justin Openchowski, 8 minutes, 39. Stephen Linger, 6 minutes. Logan Wilson, 4. K. Most, 3. Hunter Berkmeyer, 3. Joseph Barrow, 2. Michael Boone, 1. Gallman, 1. Nelson, 54 seconds. Whitehead, 44 seconds. Raymond Hanneman, 39 seconds. McCabe, 33. And Eller, 17. The biggest battles right now, it looks like, are going to be Bolton and Lons, actually. They're less than a second apart. You know Lons wants that second spot. You know he wants it.
I'm watching him now, yeah.
Hey, but don't get it wrong. Shane Cochran is not far behind. Somehow Cochran was able to get back out there and charge back to the front, even with that right front damage. You got it right on the nose, man. I think it made him tighter, and he was able to drive it better.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes when it's a little snugger, it's a little more, it's just more consistent. It's more steady. You know what you have underneath you, so you can abuse it a little bit more. Yeah, you knock the toe out a little bit. Sometimes it helps.
Looks like a crash from a couple of the vehicles, maybe. Openchowski into the wall right there, unfortunately.
It's like Bolton's holding strong into second there off into the infield with, what do we got? Looks like about 2 to go.
3 to go, yep.
3 to go, yeah.
Malone now 43 seconds ahead of the field, coming around Jay Maury in that number 11. They almost make contact right there. 99 was able to get around the 11. He's going to keep it moving. He has now put everybody except for the top 7 a lap down.
Yeah, I think I really do here coming onto the backstretch. I think the most exciting race is going to be between Bolton and Lawns for second and third.
Yeah, I believe the same thing.
Bolton's got it out onto the high banks of 3. Lawns is still back there. Here we go. They're coming to the line. We got 2 to go, it looks like.
Well, like I said, Shane Cochran has now gained almost a second on those guys. He is right behind the 97.
I see him back there, Jay Amy. Maybe the battle's for third.
I told you it's coming. He comes out of nowhere.
There it is. I'm going to have to shoot. I'm going to have to find it on my screen. I'm going to have to click on the buttons.
We got Equinix in the chat saying, "Can we have the 99 fuel checked for the Lance Armstrong urine, please?" That's so stupid. That's good. That's good.
He's coming. Here we come up onto the high banks. Here we come into NASCAR 1. Cochran's going to be running a little lower.
He's looking on the inside.
Looking to the inside. There he goes. He's making that pass on Lawns.
On the final lap.
Cochran third.
No way.
There it is. He holding on into the bus stop here. I think if he can run a consistent lap, that third place is his.
Aaron Loans messed up his fuel strategy.
Oh, Loans might not finish?
Yeah, he said he messed up something with his pits, and he is not doing as well as expected on fuel.
Oh.
That is not good. We had that same issue in the truck series. A couple drivers ran out of fuel, Hammond specifically. Final lap, ladies and gentlemen.
This
Been an
is a white
amazing
flag.
race. Malone is about to end this race, and we're still going to be watching the battle between Cochran and Bolton.
Yeah. Looks like Malone. Oh, where'd it go? Go into Bolton. Cut to Bolton. Bolton up to the infield section there.
Malone crossing the line right now. He is going to finish this race. P1. The race is over. Jacob Malone.
But the race is not over.
I'm watching it. I just went back.
Cochran is right on the bumper of Bolton in the NASCAR 2. Here they come down the backstretch.
A lot of
There's
pressure.
2 cars in between them. Here we go. Let's see what happens into the bus stop here. What's Bolton got? He kept it clean.
Oh, they both jumped the blue barrier. Oh, my God.
They're right on each other. It's going to come down to the chicane on the front stretch, Jamie. It is. Second place is going to be the barn burner, folks.
That is crazy.
Bitches. What do we got?
Are they going to make contact?
Is it Bolton?
Oh!
Bolton's going to
Oh!
hold on.
Oh, no!
Bolton!
What?
Outlaw!
That is mind-blowing.
That was a hell of a race there, boys. That was something. That was something right there. That was good racing.
That
was
is
good
going to
stuff.
be your podium, ladies and gentlemen. Jacob Malone, Connell Bolton, and Shane Cochran fighting it down to the last second. Thank you so much for showing up tonight, guys. Such an exciting race. We're going to go ahead and get to our driver interviews. We'll be right back.
Hell yes.
And we are back with your winning drivers here tonight, podium drivers for the Roval Rebellion 136 here at Charlotte. Jacob Malone just putting on a clinic, as Weaver said earlier, just on rails all night. We've seen zero mistakes come out of that 99 car. Jacob Malone, how does it feel taking home the Roval?
Feels good, especially after what happened last week. Got my little bit of revenge. Put a good distance on the field. I mean, it got a little boring, but I'm happy I won. It was great. I had a lot of fun in the beginning of the race and when I was battling a few lap cars. So it was interesting.
We seen you weaving in and out of the lap cars.
I gotta say, he says it got a little boring. I tell you what, that's gonna piss off everybody there, bud.
Well, and again, he has the right to say so. He was 45 seconds ahead of the field. He almost lapped everybody. So
you were killing him.
Good job, man. Is there anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's race?
I'd like to thank the 28 car for almost killing me and blocking me in the weirdest spot possible. So he almost caused someone else to win. So everyone thank him.
Ooh, first shout out to an enemy.
Throwing shade and embarrassing everybody. I just props to this guy.
Not bad, man. Great job tonight. Thank you so much for coming out. We're going to go ahead and talk to our second place driver. Huge battle at the end there, coming out of the last chicane side by side. Barely got it with a nose. Bolton in second place. How's it feel?
Man, that was a stressful race, I'm going to be honest. I mean, I made some mistakes on the restarts that I probably shouldn't have made. I should have known better. I've got to apologize to some people after that, but overall, it was a good day. I mean, I'm just happy I didn't get taken out like I have in some of these past races here, but it was pretty good. I mean, we had to pit a little bit early in that last stage because I had wheel damage from something way at the beginning. I hit the wall, and then I was slowing up the 97 so much I had to pit at lap 45, I think. But I had a good entry to pit road, had a good stop, got out fast. It seemed pretty good. The car felt amazing after that, and then I was able to come out ahead of the people I had to come out ahead, and then it worked out for me in the end. It was a good battle in that last few laps with Cochran. I really thought he was going to get me there. That was amazing. We both blew the chicanes. It was pretty fun.
Nah, you guys did a great job tonight. It was an amazing show to watch from the booth, and especially for our viewers here at GEC NASCAR. Good job tonight, man. Is there anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's race?
Oh, definitely, man. I mean, everybody on Team Outlaw Performance, the spotters, they did an amazing job getting everybody. Even when we were getting taken out right on the first lap, so many of my teammates got caught up in that wreck, and they did a great job calming everybody down, getting everybody back to a good mental state to get back out there, and we had a good finish at Team Outlaw.
No, you did a great job. Congratulations, and we look forward to seeing
job,
you out
Bolton.
front next week. All right. Last but not least, the very own Shane the Ninja Cochran coming out of nowhere with his awkward pit stops. He was the only one making early pits before the stages and just brought it out to the podium, man. Congratulations. How does it feel being out here tonight?
A little bit of mixed emotions. Definitely didn't want to get into the 76 on the opening lap. I didn't see what happened to him on the start, but he was slowed up, and I kind of thought he would stay high. Then he came down, and I had already committed to the low line because I thought we were 2 wide. Maybe we were 3 wide. I haven't looked at it yet. I was already committed. Nothing to do, but I hate that. Definitely gonna have to have a chat with Logan after this one. And then from there, it was just tough to get into a rhythm because I wasn't sure what happened there and doing the thing. And then, like you said, I was a little surprised that nobody else was flipping the stages. It seemed, usually, in a broadcast of a real race, about half the field does it, but nobody else was doing it, and the fuel mileage worked out that it didn't hurt you. I guess I gave up stage points, but I was hoping to go for the win. Malone was fast, though, so that was pretty neat. And then Bolton and I were battling all race long. I was catching him, I don't remember what stage it was, maybe stage 1, and I just completely missed my brake marker and blew by him on the back chicane. And luckily, he saw me coming, and we didn't hit anything. So that was nice. And then trying to chase him down there with Loans and Harris and Hanneman all at the end, that was just super fun. I had, I think, a couple lap tire advantage on all those guys. So it was cruising. Then I slapped the wall with like 3 to go, I think, and my wheel was about at 9 o'clock. And at first I thought I didn't have any speed, and then once I kind of figured out how the car was handling, I got the lap times back down. And
yep, Weaver called it. Weaver called it.
I said, boy, he hit that wall a little bit. It tightened it up. He's all right now. He's gonna get it snug. I had you called, Cochran. I picked you from the beginning, bud.
Yep, you were his pick.
I think when we came out of the pits, or we pulled into the pits, I said to my dad, I was like, I think if we just go on a tear here, we can get back to the podium, but it's going to take every lap being on fire. And that was kind of what we did. And I just appreciate all the good racing with everybody. Again, do definitely feel bad about that turn 1, lap 1 incident. Is it at least partially my fault, probably mostly my fault. So we'll see how the review process goes on that. But a great run otherwise, and it was hard racing with Ellswick and Hanneman and everybody out there. So yeah, had a good time. Hope everybody meets up in the post race party after this one to give me hell about it.
We'll be there. We're definitely coming to the Big Daddy Cochran party. Don't you worry about it. It was a great race. Awesome race, everybody.
Is there anybody you would like to thank for tonight's race?
Oh, definitely got to thank my dad. I mean, he was helping me out on just getting all the strategy right. You know, this is a tough race strategy wise to make sure the fuel's right, and with all those pacing laps at the stages, the fuel mileage was a lot better than we thought. So we actually weren't cutting it as close as we thought we were. So that was great. As always, my dad is there making sure my head's on straight even after incidents and wrecks and things. So, I mean, and how about that wreck in stage 3? I think it was. I just kind of spun right in the middle of the track.
Yeah, we seen that. And then you got it right back around, though.
Yeah, when I realized I was about to take out Malone and he had such a good race, I just laid into the throttle to try and stay out of him, and it kind of just spun the car around. I'm sure I still got into him, but I haven't had a chance to go back and look.
You did exactly what you needed to do, and that's what I was preaching to Jamie in the post race was this track has elevation changes, and it was right over that hump that you lost it, and you just kept your foot in it, spun it right around, and kept going, Jamie, and it was a good race.
No, it was a great race. Thank you so much for coming out and putting on a show, Cochran. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for watching. All to our drivers, all to our admins, and all to our viewers. Thank you all for supporting us. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. And we will all see you next time at GEC eNASCAR.
Thanks, guys.